guys, we are here with Chloe, right?
Yes.
And so if you have any questions for Chloe or comments or anything you want to share, please comment on this video and I'll make sure to ask her.
Down below, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you left the show after season 4. Mm-hmm. What made you want to come back?
I heard that it was the last season, and so I wanted, the last season of the show, and so I wanted to come back and kind of have some closure because I left very abruptly and I didn't really have a proper goodbye, I feel like, so I wanted to come back and say goodbye to everyone and kind of have my last moment with everyone because I've been there since the beginning. I graduated this league for 2 years, but I've been there since the beginning, so I felt like I needed that, and then they picked up another season, and I was like, well, I guess it's not over yet. So we did the other season, and it was really amazing, and it was a really, really good way to end the show.
Good. Was it hard stepping back into reality TV after being off of it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, yes and no, because it wasn't any different than I had remembered, and it was like I never left. But then at the same time, it was hard because I forgot about how much you don't have a life when you're filming. Like, it becomes very much just about the show, and that's it. And so it was a little bit of both.
How much of your life is spent on camera? Like, how much time, do you spend on TV?
All the time.
Really?
Whenever I went back this past season, I was waking up at like 7:30, getting a shower, and then I would go to rehearsal, and then we'd film probably, like, we'd try to get like an hour of school in beforehand, and then I'd probably film like 8 or 9 until like 12 or 1, and then we'd have lunch, and then I'd have 3 hours of school to do, and then we'd go back, and then we'd have rehearsal at night from like 6 to 9, or like, the hours would vary, but it was pretty much just like my whole life revolved around dance and dance moms and that.
Yeah, gotcha.
This is pretty intense.
How has the group changed since you were last on the show? It's
changed a lot, and that was kind of like it was kind of a brick wall to the face almost when I went back, because I think when I went back I was almost expecting like all of my teammates to be the same as it was when I left, and then I went back and there's new teammates, old teammates have left, so it was a little bit weird, but I did love this group, and I've loved pretty much all the groups I've danced with, so I've been pretty lucky.
Yeah. And you guys have a new instructor, Cheryl.
Yes.
How is she different from your past instructors? Like, what does she bring to the table that's different than what you've had in the past?
She's amazing. I love Cheryl. She's very encouraging, and what's so different was, instead of always, I don't know what the right word is, but like being degrading about our differences and our weaknesses and our strengths, how we're all different, that's what she would focus on, is how to bring out each of our strengths and really capitalize on that. And it was really amazing to be working with someone who's in this business and understands kind of what we're going through. So she was, like I said, she's so encouraging. She's really nice. I mean, granted, she was a tough teacher, but like not a mean, cruel teacher. She's very
encouraging.
Encouraging. I keep using that word, but it's so true.
Yeah. Did you ever watch her on Dancing with the Stars? Like, had you seen her?
Yeah.
If you could like have anybody else from Dancing with the Stars come on as like a guest instructor, do you have anyone in mind?
Anyone in mind? I don't know.
No one in particular?
No one. I just really enjoy like watching the show. And when I heard she was coming, I was like, no way. And then, like, it was just really cool. And she came into it, and she did tell us. She said, I don't know what Dance Moms is. I don't really follow the show. I'm just here because like I have a job to do. And over the course of the 3 weeks that we worked with her, she just became very much like a sister, like a big sister / mom type to us. So it was really awesome.
Now you're obviously also involved in acting. What made you want to kind of transition from dance to acting?
Well, to be quite honest, I was in the industry after I left the show, and I was like, well, what else is there to do? And I don't sing, so I was like, that's off the table. So I was like, let me try acting. And it was weird because it wasn't something I grew up like, oh my gosh, I want to be an actress when I'm older. When I was in 6th grade, I went to a performing arts school for a year, and I loved every second of that whole year. But other than that, I didn't really have like a passion for it, and then I went into a class, and then I ended up filming my first movie in, I think, November, like a couple months after I decided I wanted to start acting. And it was just really crazy. It's so different, but I really love acting.
One of your fans asked, she said, I watched all your movies and they were really good. Do you have any other plans? Like, what else do you have coming up in terms of acting?
I just wrapped a movie in a couple weeks ago. It's called Freddie. I was filming in Arkansas, which is really interesting. I was like, I never thought I'd be filming in Arkansas. Okay. And then I have another movie coming up at the end of summer, and then one like in the middle of September.
Okay,
So,
cool.
yeah,
So you're
few
busy.
projects, yeah.
If you could be on any like TV show, like guest star on a TV show, what TV show would you want to be on?
Game of Thrones.
Really?
Yeah, I love that show. Or I really like Once Upon a Time. Grey's Anatomy. I could be a patient.
I was gonna say that you'd be great as a patient.
Oh my God, Meredith Grey could save me.
Yeah. Would you want her to be your doctor?
Yeah. Or I don't know. If Dreamy was still on, I want him to be my doctor.
There's really no bad doctor you could have.
No, and I love Alex Cross.
Yes,
really,
I
would be open to anyone saving me.
Well, let's start that now. Petition now for you to be on
Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. Obviously, you're very close to a lot of the girls on Dance Moms. You guys are really close friends. Who would you say you're like BFFs with?
BFFs, I think Nia. I've known her since I was 2 or 3 years old. She's been one of my very close. She's like a sister to me. So I'd say her. She had some exciting news, and she was like, "I had to text you. You're like the third person I told." And I was like, "I had to tell my BFF." I was like, "Oh, Nia, this is sweet." No, but she is one of my very best friends.
That's great. Now, you're also writing a book that's coming out in September, is that right?
January.
Yeah. What can fans expect from the book?
The book is kind of, how I explain it is, it's kind of like a behind the scenes of my time on Dance Moms, like memories I share with the girls. There's some pictures people have never seen before in there. I'd like to say that I hope that it's an inspiration book to other people. It's more like a self-help advice book. Like, I don't have all the answers, but I do have a few, and I just kind of like sharing it with everyone. I actually took a creative writing class at the beginning of this year, and I wrote some short stories, and we ended up putting that in the book.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's like my very own writing, and I'm kind of nervous to see how people respond to that, but it'll be good. It's fun. Another way to be like, cause obviously personal. With dance, it's very vulnerable, acting's very vulnerable, so it's just another type of vulnerability.
What do you think? Because I know like it's going to be an encouraging book, especially for young girls. What do you think like the toughest thing is for teenagers right now, like young girls right now? Like what do you want to help them get through? Yeah.
Bullying for sure. Like cyberbullying is a huge issue in our time, unfortunately. And I just want people to know that like, even though I have incredible opportunities, I still deal with that kind of stress and bullies and school and everyday life. It's just really hard. So
helping them
bullying,
through that.
Yeah, I have a whole chapter on bullying, so hopefully people find something in there to help them.
That's great. And you also have a new online series, Chlo Does It, which premiered last week. Is that right?
Yes. Okay. So there's been 3 episodes, and the fourth one just premiered.
Okay, cool.
Would you keep up?
Would you ever want to do like your own spin-off show?
Yeah,
like with your family.
That's definitely something I'd be interested in.
Yeah.
Family's kind of that would be interesting. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Comment down below.
Yeah. Is there like one thing that you would want, like if you did this next season, like what's like the ultimate thing that you'd want to do on the web series? Like what's like the #1 thing you'd be like, I want to go and do this?
Someone actually asked me that recently. I said go to Thailand, take it international, because I really want to go to the Lantern Festival or skydiving.
I was gonna say, something adventurous.
Yeah, that'd be really fun.
Would you ever like swim with sharks or do anything?
I don't know about that. Sharks are like my number 1 fear. So we'll see.
How much longer do you think you want to keep dancing for? Like, is it something you want to do for a long time, or?
I'm not really sure right now. Because I'm also acting and I have the book and everything, so and writing is something I'm super interested in. So I can definitely see myself dancing throughout college and like maybe taking classes my whole life. But I don't know what I'm gonna do with it because I feel like I've done a lot of competitions. Yeah. Maybe just continuing to perform. Like I really do love dance and it's been a part of my whole life. So I can't imagine my life without it. But I just don't know how centered.
Right. Another fan may ask if you could partner with any clothes company, what company would you partner with? So then you have a fashion line, right?
Yes.
Clothing line?
I mean, one of my favorite stores is Zara. So I don't know if they do things. I don't know.
You can start it.
Start a trend.
Somebody else, Vanessa, asked, what did you miss most from Dance Moms when you were off the show?
When I was off the show, definitely being with my friends. Well, it was a lot of togetherness, but I missed being with them every day and dancing. It was such an adventure, and it was really fun. So it was very weird to go from
Yeah.
being in that environment every single day of my life to not seeing them ever and like
Yeah.
stop competing and everything. So it was a little bit abrupt.
Yeah. See, Aaron asked, when you left the show in season 4, did you ever think you'd go back?
I didn't. No, I did. Well, you know, when I left the show, I honestly thought I was going to return the next season. I thought it was going to be a thing of where I left for a few weeks and then returned, because I did that a couple seasons back. I did that once. So I thought it was going to be that, and then I just kept not returning, and I was like, this is weird. And then I never went back, and I never really thought about it. It was it was a difficult time in my life, so I kind of had a hard time like dealing with everything that happened. But yeah, no, I didn't think I was going to return.
Let's see. Oh, someone else asked what your favorite makeup products are.
Makeup, like, or
yeah, I guess. Like,
product.
What do you
I like the most?
Yeah.
Like mascara, concealer was like the #1 things I always need. But I like Too Faced mascara. NARS concealer. Let's see, just like the basic stuff at Sephora.
Yeah, a lot of people asked about
Makeup.
your makeup.
Yeah.
Now you've been in a few music videos, right? If you could pick one artist or band to be in their music video, who would you want to be?
Florence and the Machine. They're my favorite band.
That would be so cool. You could do something really interesting.
I don't know if I ever could, but that would be really fun.
And then somebody asked, any tips on improving flexibility?
Oh, stretch every day. I'd say like take like maybe 30 minutes to an hour just stretching. Like doing splits, over splits, little stretches. Just anything you can find online or that you've seen on the show or anything. I'd say that is really important, because I struggled with flexibility growing up. So I was always doing my over splits, and every time I had, I would just sit. Like I put my foot up on the couch and I do a split and I just read or watch a TV or something.
Would you ever want to go on tour with somebody, like as a dancer?
Ooh, that'd be kind of fun. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. But there's nobody like in
mind. Not really, but I'd be open to it.
Yeah. Okay. You just celebrated your 16th birthday, right? Are you driving now?
I am. Well, I have my permit. I don't have my license yet, but I'm driving, and it's pretty exciting. I haven't wrecked a car yet, so I haven't run into a mailbox, which I feel like is like what everyone does. So knock on wood.
Yeah.
I won't do that, but yeah, I have a really hard time checking blind spots.
Oh yeah, that's hard.
You have to like learn how to do that.
Did you have a big 16th birthday party?
I did. I had one in LA, and it was really fun. A lot of my friends came, and it was cool. I haven't had a birthday party in like a few years, so it was really fun.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, a few more questions. Kenzie asked, what's your favorite category of dance?
Like type of dance?
I guess, yeah.
I'd say contemporary lyrical are my favorites. I always do musical theater growing up, so I do like jazz and musical theater, but my favorite type of music and to dance to is contemporary lyrical, yeah.
And then somebody else asked, would you want to open your own dance studio someday?
Yes, it's actually something I've been thinking about kind of recently. I taught one class. Well, I used to do meet and greets and do tours, and I had Brittany Penn, one of my friends. She was a teacher, and I would assist, but I wasn't really the teacher. And I taught one class, and I loved it. So it's definitely something I've been interested in.
Yeah. And then someone asked if you could visit anywhere in the world, where would you want to go? I know you said Thailand.
And Greece. Thailand, Greece. I don't know. I really just want to travel, because I've been looking online a lot, and there's like beautiful places in Italy and I don't know, everywhere. Just want to spend like a gap year traveling.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. You're still super young. You have time. Okay, so what can fans expect from this season of Dance Moms?
This season of Dance Moms. I hate to say this, but don't judge me. I do cry a lot. There's lots of emotions going on, and I'm a teenager.
That's okay.
Yeah. Lots of drama, of course, but it's definitely, I think, like a little bit more uplifting and happier. We're older. The girls and I kind of speak out more. It transitions. It's definitely a shift from what it used to be.
Yeah.
There's a big shift, so I wonder how people will respond to that. But yeah, well, I do love all the dances we do this season, but I don't know, to me, when I think of like this past season of Dance Moms, obviously there is dance, but it's more about like the journey and like how this journey is ending and how we're all dealing with it. So it's not really dance, you have to win. I mean, obviously we have to win, because we always have to win, but it's more about other things too, like our relationships and what we're gonna do next and everything. Yeah, it's really great.
All right, guys. So yeah, go for it. No, go for it.
I'm really excited about my book, so check it out. It's available for pre-order on Amazon right now, and it comes out January 23rd.
Yeah, so get her book and watch Dance Moms.
Shameless,
No,
like,
you should plug
promoting myself.
Watch Dance Moms premieres tomorrow night.
Yes.
At 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.